Hello, my Fireflies, and welcome back to the TheCyanFirefly. It's me, Lyette, and today I have a couple of things to talk about, and it's mostly about the BR regarding Ashes of Creation. It's kind of dead, folks, I'm not gonna lie. The BR has been great fun, the addition of the new map has been awesome, but nobody's playing it. Absolutely nobody's playing it. I'm gonna hop into a game and I'm gonna show you exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, now I'm in a game, and just take a look at that player lobby size for a moment, and really look at that. That is 10 players. 3 of which I'm already gonna tell you are probably gonna be AFK just to try to get experience. That's disheartening to see. And I'm not sure how much I can blame some people. I mean, with how long the BR's been out and what its actual intent is, not to mention with the history of the BR, I'm not surprised that people are sick of it at this point. Now, as I'm obviously going to have to explain that comment. So, for those of us who aren't familiar with the situation, let me just break this down really quickly. The BR originally started way back last year. I don't have the exact date in front of me. I'll post it in the video as a little text pop-up or something. But the BR originally started last year, and people who had like Alpha Zero access and such got to play it before anybody else, pretty much. Yeah. I wouldn't even call that a great kill. Anyway, so people who had Alpha Zero access got to play it before anybody else, and they got to play it for quite a bit of time. Enough time that by the time they took down the servers in January, some people who had been playing it had already unlocked all the rewards in the game. You see the armor I'm wearing right now? That is the Obsidian armor. That is the armor that you get for reaching level 50, which is the maximum level in the BR currently. Now, the entire purpose of the BR was to serve as a testing ground for Ashes of Creation. Its purpose is to test various different aspects of the game. Stuff like the action combat, stuff like various art assets. You might notice that the map I'm on is not even the map I'm on for the previous videos I did for this game. No, this is an entire new map with this lovely, lovely winter scheme. It looks absolutely beautiful. Frankly stunning. And it has all sorts of cool little areas that you'll see as I go through here. But, yeah, so it's meant to test netcode and stuff like character models, various animations, just all different small things that it would be very quick and easy to test in this fast little mock-up mode of a thing that's people that, you wouldn't want to do in a full MMO environment. This is more like a little gaming slice module that they can throw stuff in and take it out really quickly. Now, this pissed off a lot of people who were expecting to do full MMO testing pretty much right off the bat. And frankly, I don't know what to tell those people. It's almost like they've never followed the MMO development of any game before. With any other MMO, you'd be super lucky to get any information about the MMO until maybe 8 months before release. Where, I'm gonna be frank, despite the original calculations of when this game would be out, we're probably a bit more than 8 months behind release. I'm gonna be right honest with that. So the amount of immersion and amount of information that we've gotten about this MMO is virtually unprecedented. There are very few games that have given you this much access to the developers, this much access to the developmental process, and have shown you pretty much everything that this game has as it's being released, as long as, it was given approval by Steven. You might notice only 3 people have died. One of them was from corruption. The other person was from me. And that was right at the start of the level of somebody who didn't even defend himself. So, all of the excitement for this has kind of gone out the window. There's no fighting anymore during the individual rings, but I'm gonna get back to that in a moment. So, yeah. So people got really pissed off, and they started boycotting the BR. That was back in January, before the servers came down for 8 months. And then finally, we got the BR back. And for about a week, it was awesome. The BR was everything that the people who played the BR were hoping for. We enjoyed the hell out of it. We got to play with our friends. We got to commence goals. Yeah, this guy's not even vaguely scary. Hey, buddy. Yeah, take you out really quick. And that's roughly the quality of the people who are playing now. But anyway, so we got to play with our friends. We got to immerse ourselves back in the world of Ashes of Creation. And it was quite a bit of fun. They added a couple of small things for the people who had already completed their levels, and that was pretty much it. There was the Emberstorm dragon that people got to try out, or unlock, which was as simple as getting to level 7? Before... I don't have the date in front of me. Anyway, and then there was the challenge of the Autumn Night, which was to get to level 50 before the end of October. Now, the mask I'm wearing is one part of that set. Yeah, see, I'm not even good at archery, and I'm scaring these people off. Anyway. So, that's pretty much what we got. Oh, God. That's pretty much what we got for the veterans. And, I mean, for some people, that just frankly wasn't enough. It didn't give them too much of a reason to play, unfortunately. So, a lot of people who were super into this, people like Danny and people like myself, only really had the Autumn Night to go for. And once they got that, I mean, that was it. There was no reason to keep going. And other people who, frankly, weren't super enthused with this to begin with, didn't see that as enough to keep playing, and just stopped before they even got to that point. So now, the only people who are still playing are a couple of stragglers who are really desperate to unlock that level 50 spot. And then people like me who are doing it for content like this. Now, it's a shame because I find the BR honestly fun, but not like this, if that makes any sense. The BR is enjoyable, but frankly, if you aren't playing with several people... Oh, hi, Sourdough. You get wrecked, buddy. But yeah, if it doesn't have a load of people going through it, it's just not nearly as fun as it used to be when you were dropping in the first map with 100 people. The mini games that I play with people like Danny and Sourdough are far more fun than playing the actual game now because of the lack of population. And frankly, I don't have a reason to play day-to-day anymore because of level 50. Because the populations are too low for me to have exciting games. I played this for several hours every day after work until I hit level 50, and now I'm just done playing. The new map, as neat as it is, as beautiful as it is, I didn't even get to show you some of the cooler areas in it. It's empty. And there's no challenge anymore, as you saw. I walked through that match. There were moments where people were pegging me in the head, and it only caused me to turn around and try to figure out where they are so I could kill them. Gone are the days where you had terrifying players who would snipe you out of nowhere and send you into hiding. The players right now, and I'm not trying to be disparaging to any of the new guys who are watching my videos, they just aren't that great anymore. And there isn't a whole lot of reason for me to keep playing to try to improve when, frankly, I can walk through people like I'm a T-800 from the Terminator movies. And the sad thing is, I don't really know how to fix it. And I'm pretty sure Intrepid doesn't know how to fix it either. The only kinds of things that could get the BR back up and running are more rewards, which isn't a very good solution, so don't do that. But more rewards would bring some players back, because they'd want to unlock the other stuff that they could unlock for the MMO. Or changing up the content significantly. Swapping out all the weapons. And I mean every single one. Different abilities, all sorts of stuff. But in order to do that, you would need to take time away from the MMO. More time than you've taken away to develop the BR. And that's not really a solution either, is it? Because that would piss off a lot of people. The same people who are pissed off that the BR exists, even though the BR is very fun. I'm very glad that it exists. I'm happy with the time I spent on it. I can tell you right now, spending more time on it to improve it and take it out of this rut, it's going to do more damage to the MMO than it is going to fix it. So, I hate to say it, but I think this is the BR's tombstone until Castle Siege comes out. And when Castle Siege comes out, it'll be crazy fun again, and people will enjoy the hell out of it. And I hope people stick with that one for quite a while. Because unlike the BR, you won't have a several month period where alpha testers are trying it and unlocking all the cosmetics that release with that wave. And you'll have all sorts of players who stop playing during the BR flooding back to it. And you will have people who just hate the BR because it's a BR trying that out. So the influx of blood should revive Apocalypse. But the BR mode as it stands, I don't know. And it's very disappointing. because I met some great people through playing the VR. You know, Danny's a good buddy of mine now. I've met, people like Sourdough Potato. I've met people like Alarius, Zara, Sinbad. You guys are all great, and I've loved the time I've spent with you in the game. THC. And if squads were open, I definitely want to play with you guys. But as you can see, it's not. Squads went down last Thursday, and they haven't come back up. And because so few people are playing, I don't even think it's a good idea to bring it back up. Squads are 4-player matches, and you only have 10 people in each match. So yeah, that's pretty depressing, because my next lore mock-up video was supposed to be based off the squad mode, and I'm gonna have to rethink how I frame that story now. Oh well, we live and we learn. But as for Ashes of Creation Apocalypse, until that Castle Siege comes out, and I don't see it coming out until December. That's the earliest time I see it coming out, because that's when Book 1's going to be finished. That's when Exodus is going to be finally through. I don't see anybody playing this except for those weekly mini-games that we stage with D Phantom's crew. But it's not all doom and gloom. We still have our monthly podcasts from Intrepid. We still get information about the MMO. And frankly, I'm as excited as ever for the end product. So, if you're still interested in Ashes of Creation, and Ashes of Creation is its own project. It's not APOC. And that looks just as awesome as ever. And every time I see something about it, I get more excited. Go ahead and click the link below, the one that links back to the Ashes of Creation website. You can use my referral code, and you can sign up and get all the up-to-date information of the MMO and APOC if Castle Siege tickles your fancy. And yeah, you can join us on the Discord, and we'll just wait out this slow period together, because despite the way that the BR is gone, I still have a lot of promise and a lot of hopes for this game, and I still have a lot of faith in Intrepid, even though they're very, very bad at deadlines. But that's a conversation topic for another time. I think I've beaten that one to death on Danny's podcast. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate that you took the time to hear me out, and I'll see you all next time. Later, Fireflies.